Both the Philippines and Russia, of course, rank near the bottom of the Press Freedom Index by Reporters Without Borders. And for more, let's speak to Christophe Deloire, the Secretary General at the NGO. Thank you for speaking to France 24. Let's begin with Maria Ressa. For our viewers who are not familiar with her, why is her work so important and why has it riled the powers that be in the Philippines?
Because Maria Ressa is really a great person. She's a prominent figure. She's an incredible investigative journalist. She launched Rappler, an investigative website in the Philippines, and this website is legally persecuted by the regime of Duterte. And she's also really a voice for journalism all over the world. She's so great when she speaks about journalism. I have to say that we did work a lot with her on all those aspects, journalism, democracy, how to work on the digital space too.
Yeah, you mentioned the Filipino president, Rodrigo Duterte. He's retiring from politics. Do you think the situation will improve in the country?
We'll see. I don't know who will be his successor. But what we know is that we not only have to resist to those authoritarian strongmen, we have to really fight back. And this Nobel Peace Prize today for journalism, for good, courageous journalism, is really a very strong message, a very powerful signal even for press freedom predators. Of course, this is mostly a call for action for all those who can help to support journalism and really work so that there is a right for information for everybody, a right for reliable information. And that's what we have to work on in the next few years, because the democratic crisis is probably the second most important crisis that humanity faces now after the climate change.
Yeah, and on Thursday was the 15th anniversary since Anna Politkovskaya was assassinated in Russia. She was a colleague of Dmitry Muratov. A decade and a half on, what has changed, if anything, in Russia? What's the media landscape like there now?
This is so difficult now. Probably in the past 20 years, the pressure was never as strong as it is today for independent media in Russia. And there is a positive sign today, which is the sign of the power, the symbolic power of the Nobel Peace Prize. For the first time, the Kremlin published a press release really saying very nice things about an independent journalist. So they couldn't criticize him and criticize the Nobel Peace Prize. This is a good sign for Russia. But yesterday, it was the 15th anniversary of the killing of the most famous journalist who was killed so exactly 15 years ago, Anna Politkovskaya. And it was the end of the period when the investigation was possible to prosecute masterminds. This is over since yesterday.
All right, Christophe Deloire, thank you very much for your time. Christophe Deloire from Reporters Without Borders.